What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today's video we're talking about Pro14, the big one, the game that was postponed that is happening today. Munster versus Leinster, taking on at Thomond Park in Limerick. It's going to be a cracking game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what these two teams have to offer. It's a rivalry that we all enjoy to watch. You've got Peter O'Mahony taking on Johnny Sexton. You've also got Conor Murray taking on Johnny Sexton. The 9 and 10 combination for Ireland in their rugby squad. It's going to be a cracking game. They've named good squads, brilliant players that I'm looking forward to seeing in this whole contest, and I'm really excited to see how both teams gel together. It is always passionate, it is always electric when these guys get together, and I'm very excited and curious to see how exactly they're going to cope. Who's going to be favourites? Who's going to go ahead? Could Leinster were on a great winning streak, then they obviously lost the game not too long ago. Munster pretty much looking the same. If we look at their respective logs, Leinster sitting in second in Pool A, Munster sitting in first in Pool B. We could see these two teams meet quite a few times in the European leagues, from Champions League to this. There's a lot still in store and a lot still to happen. If we look at some of the squads here, props, we've got James Cronin for Munster, Cian Healy for Leinster, Race Marshalls versus Sean Cronin, John Ryan versus Andrew Porter, you've got Gene Clean versus Scott Fardy, Ty versus James Ryan, Gavin Coombs versus Rice Ruddock, Peter O'Mahony, Will Connors, CJ Stander, South African blood there, I'm loving it, versus Doris. Scrum halves, this is probably the part I'm looking forward to the most. Conor Murray taking on Luke McGrath, two quality scrum halves. I'm biased, got a lot of time for Conor Murray, so I hope he does well, even though I'm supporting Leinster in this game. You got JJ Hanrahan versus Johnny Sexton, the one and only. Shane Daly at number 11 with Jimmy O'Brien for Leinster. Good to see South African again, Damien Delander taking on Robbie Henshaw, obviously loads of experience there, World Cup winner in the Munster side. Chris Farrell taking on Gary Ringrose, another good player. Keith Earls, the legend, going against Jordan Lamar. And then at fullback you've got Mike Haley taking on Hugo Keenan. Phenomenal squad. The subs, you've got Niall Scannell taking on Ronan Kelleher, Dave taking on Ed. I mean, there's some good names in these guys. Ross Byrne at number 22, taking on Ben Ely at 22 for Munster. Phenomenal squads to look forward to. And obviously your coaches, Jan van Graan, South African versus Leo Cullen. We got the teams, we got the games, we got the setup. It's a home game for Munster. Obviously the difference is you got no crowd, so that's always going to be a little bit of a factor. But they'll be confident enough to really overtake this one. If they could just get focused and keep motivated, then they've got this one in the bag. They just need to stay ready for this one. It's going to be an interesting battle. It's going to be curious to see how we do it. If we go with leading point scorers, comparing the two teams, Ben Healy has got 60 points versus Harry Byrne, who's got 46. We got leading try scorers, both tied, Scott Penny and Gavin Coombs, who both are on 6 tries. Successful carries, 50 for Gavin Coombs and Rice Ruddock on 48. Clean breaks, Damien Delender 6 and Dave Carney 10. Defenders beaten, Damien Delender appears again 17, Luke McGrath 15. Meters gained 266, Mike Haley taking on Jimmy O'Brien on 347 for Leinster. Offloads 8, Mike again taking on Jimmy O'Brien, but Mike is in the lead on this one, 8-7. Stats are looking good. Defense wise, number of tackles, Billy Holland 75, Scott Penny 72. Tackle success 100% for both Dave and Robbie Henshaw. Phenomenal stuff for both Leinster and Ireland there. Turnovers 1, 8 for Chris Kluter and Rice Ruddock, but Chris is winning that one 8-4. Stats are close. Stats are one on the others. It's going to be a cracking game, and I'm very curious to see how all things end up. Now, prediction wise, it's always a tough one to predict when you've got two phenomenal teams like this. You've got Munster, historic, phenomenal Irish team. Peter O'Mahony, brilliant. Conor Murray, brilliant. Seedless Thunder, brilliant. You got Leinster, who are just as talented and phenomenal. Missing obviously Tired for Long, which is a big one, but still, having said that, you've got great squads. Note the fact that some guys are there, some guys aren't. It's a way to bring in new opportunities for these guys. But key guys to watch for me is obviously Cian Healy, James Ryan, Johnny Sexton, Luke McGrath, and Robbie Henshaw. But also, let's not forget on the Munster side, you've got Keith Earls at number 14, experience. Damien Delender at number 12 in inside centre. Big key roles for these guys, and it's all going to come down to individual performance and how the teams work together. If they can gel and if they can adjust accordingly, it's all theirs. So a lot is on the line for these guys to keep motivated and to keep strong and to keep really pumped. It's a tough thing when you can't play without a crowd, because your crowd acts as your motivation. Now you don't have that, and we haven't had it for a while. So generally you think the guys get used to it. But when you get a derby like this between Munster and Leinster, you would think there's always intensity. If it's in Munster, the crowd's going to be going hell over the wire, and Leinster's under pressure, vice versa when they're over at Leicester's home. So it's hectic right now, but it should be an iconic battle, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how we're going to end up. It's late tonight, but it's going to be a cracking game. All the best to both teams. I'm backing my boys in blue. Always been a fan of Leinster, but I love Munster. Nothing but love and respect for this team, as my favourite Irish rugby player is in Munster's team. That's going to do it for today's video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win? And also, how are we going to end up? Who's going to win Pro 14? Will it be an Irish team again? Will it be Leinster? Or will it be someone different? Let me know in the comment section down below. Give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys real soon for another one. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.